investigates.
Welcome to Pyeongchang in the mountains of South Korea, where the world is gathering for the 23rd Olympic Winter Games. This the meeting place for nearly 3,000 athletes from all corners of the globe, each with a unique story on how they've arrived here tonight.
You might not think it, but some of the best stories you'll ever hear. Stories that can take you to the most daring, most exhilarating, most fascinating stages in the world. They begin in the most ordinary places you can imagine. In homes like yours or mine, with people who probably remind you of people you know. People who had dreams they decided they were never, ever going to let go of. Always start with the dreams when you're trying to figure out how the best in the world get to be that way. Sure, dreams are fantasies that anyone can just make up on their own. But that's the whole point. Everyone who wants to can dream. So welcome to 18 days and nights of dreams that have become some of the best stories you'll ever hear. The stories of their lives. Like Michaela from Colorado, who's 22 years old and already maybe the best skier in the world.
When I was young, I thought, I'm a great skier, but I'm a big fish in a small pond. Now, being the best in the world isn't just a childhood dream anymore.
There's Lindsay, too, that Minnesota girl who's now 33 and still blending speed, power, resolve, and glamour all into one.
I remember when I was a kid that I always raced my dad, and he took me in for hot chocolate and a donut with sprinkles on top. And I think that's the only reason why I kept skiing, was because he kept giving me treats.
And then there's Sean from California. The icon now competing against guys who idolized him growing up.
Yeah, I remember pulling up to my first pro competition. I was pretty terrified. The half pipes were a lot bigger, a lot better. The riders were way more experienced, and it was that deciding moment of like, let's really do this if we're going to see it through. Now's the time.
Hey! The stories started in hometowns all across America.
Salt Lake City will always be the original home, the OG home.
Growing up in Park City was an awesome hometown.
Basalt, Colorado.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Douglasville, Georgia. Sun Valley, Idaho.
San Antonio, Texas.
I'm from Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
We're both from Madison, Connecticut. There's not much skiing to be had there.
But they're also joined by stories from all over the planet, unfolding in languages that don't need any translation. If you drew a picture of a perfect figure skater, it might look like Yevgenia.
I really like when I'm only person on the ice and 1,000 people looks only at me like, what she's doing.
The first Olympic men's champion from
Yuzuru's a rock star on ice, but he hides his killer edge pretty well.
You know, I like TD beers, like Winnie the Pooh.
Please welcome the Nigerian
And of all the places in the world to start a bobsled team, Nigeria makes for a pretty good winter Cinderella.
I knew in that moment, this journey had become much larger than myself.
Congratulations, you're making history.
Come on, push.
Push hard, let's go, let's go. Gotta pick it up a little bit.
They're all defying something, from the laws of nature to the realities of what everyone else expects. Like Kelly, a snowboarding legend, facing off against Chloe, a superstar literally half her age.
I think I'm a pretty determined person, so once I set my mind on something, I have to do it.
My dad told me I could be anything I wanted to be, and it's been bigger than anything I ever dreamt up.
Which are you in?
2018, I think.
Okay, we'll look forward to it.
Thanks.
All these years later, Nathan simply ignores what physics says should be impossible.
No one has ever seen anything like that.
Mame came from Ghana to Virginia and discovered a sport called short track.
When I first started skating, my coach told me that I was too fast for figure skating.
And for anyone who wants to go back in time to an age of miracles, they're ready for face-off.
This is
as are these women, the greatest rivals in all of winter sports.
It's been 20 years since we brought home a gold medal. Anything short is heartbreaking.
Another gold medal for Canada.
No matter the country, or the city, or the town, or the neighborhood any of them are from, remember this more than anything else. The dreams all began the same way.
Welcome back.
And the stories, some of the best stories you'll ever hear, have all taken them to the same place.
Pyeongchang.
To a nation that over the last century has dreamed its way into an impossible transformation.
Everyone here seems to be
from afterthought to cultural force. From a land of desperation to a powerhouse of innovation. Sure, you might hear the name Korea and not know what to think about yesterday, today, or tomorrow. But for these 2 weeks, maybe, just maybe, this is the perfect place to get you believing again.
The cannon Schifrin.
Believing in what can happen when people refuse to forget who they once wanted to be. When people have faith in the idea of what can be. When people come together for a little bit of hope, some thrills, and a whole lot of fun.
I used to say to him, when you're in the Olympics, I'm going to be there to support you.
We are not thinking about the medals. We are sliding just for fun.
It's what actually brought our family together.
It's written on your brain, it's written in your heart, it's written in your soul. It's everything I've ever dreamed about. Now I get to go live it.
I'm going to go out and race as hard as I can because I love what I do.
It inspired me and my sisters to follow our dreams.
Go on, Lindsay!
I never want to get to the finish line and say I could have done more. I just want to keep going faster.
You are here to compete. You're here to feel alive. You're here to get one last shot at a dream.
Welcome to what dreams look like. Welcome to the 23rd Olympic Winter Games.
And the dreams of some of the greatest athletes in the world have arrived here on this 28-degree night at Pyeongchang Olympic Stadium, a little milder than we expected, for the pageantry, the celebration, and some history, all in store this evening as part of the official start of these games, the opening ceremony of the Olympics. And hi, everyone. Mike Tirico. Welcome. Whether it's the time or the place, the global gathering